And welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium on the campus of Alabama A&M University. Your Alabama A&M Bulldogs are down right now by 8 points, losing 25 to 33 as the second half has just started. Here we go. Walters with the ball, back to Reeder, to Wiley. Down low to Burnett, who we haven't seen at all really in the first half, but he will make the first bucket of the second half.
I'm about to say, you see him now, though, with inside that paint. And I think in the second half, the Bulldogs have to keep this momentum. They have to keep feeding into the crowd and let the crowd feed into them in order to at least win in this game.
You guys are already talking about the second half. I want to go back to the first half, talk about Arthur, number 10, who was leading in points. He had 11 points that first half and was leading in rebounds as well. He had 4 rebounds. Brandon was second with his 8 points. And there was a lot of rebounds going on there from number 20 and number 24, Julian and Evan, who both had 3 rebounds.
That's right, Arthur Johnson with 11. My mistake. Arthur Johnson with 4 rebounds, leading the team right now in rebounds. But Brandon Houston, he was making an impact in the first half with 2 of his threes. Hopefully he can get some to knock down in the second half as well.
Bringing the ball up the floor is Julian Walters. For A&M, we have Walters at the point, Arthur Johnson with him playing the guard position. Reeder makes up the small forward, and we have Wiley and Burnett playing big. Wiley sets the screen for Reeder, down low to Burnett, who was open, want the post hook. Walters wanted the 3, back, Reeder, why not let it fly, but no good for Reeder. And it's a 35-27 game even still. Eddie Reese wanted the crossover, lost his handle, and Arthur Johnson gets the ball right back, forcing the turnover. A jump ball situation that will go.
Jump ball call, possession of points towards.
It looks like Southern will retain possession.
Once again, shout out the Bulldogs sports team. Always got that towel ready, something on the court again.
Hey, that is very important, man. I'm telling you, you slip on this court, mess up everything.
Now, I'm pretty sure Arthur managed to hold on to the ball and gain possession for the Bulldogs. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me at all. But, like, I mean, the referees saw something we didn't know. I mean, that's their job. They get paid for it.
Reese running point. Back over to Sandifer, back to Reese. Pull up 3, and it's money for Eddie Reese to make it a 38-27 game. Tonight's very crucial for Southern. It's a big-time battle for second place in the SWAC. Texas Southern leads Arkansas Pine Bluff 35-27. As Pine Bluff, Prairie View, and Southern and Texas Southern all come in here with 5 losses. So any one of those teams that lose here tonight might tumble pretty far in the SWAC standings.
First at the line for the Bulldogs with 2 shots is number 10, A.J. Johnson.
Arthur Johnson at the free throw line for the Bulldogs.
Now, as I hear that, announcer keeps calling him AJ. So should we call him AJ or just Arthur?
Well, the roster says Arthur.
You know what? His mama named Arthur. I'm going to call him Arthur.
I like nicknames. I'm going to have to do AJ.
I mean,
we'll just find our way with this.
He's definitely been contributing the first whole half of the game, though.
He is a great player, though, a bona fide player. That much we can say about. 11 points already, 12 points already within this game.
38-28. Eddie Reese, another one, but airballs it.
Almost thought it went in for a second.
And A&M manages to come up with the ball. Reeder.
Nice control by Jalen. It's always good to see another Jalen.
I don't like the fact that it's another Reese on the opposing team.
If it was from Birmingham, you wouldn't have no problem with it?
No. None at all. None at all. Wiley. The shot clock's winding down. And That's a shot clock violation against A&M.
It's like the Bulldogs are kind of having a tough time this half of the game. You know, the supporters are on the other side of the court, so I feel like that's playing a big impact on how they're playing.
Basically, I mean, you know, the Bulldogs just trying to strategize offensively, and they cannot even attempt a shot.
And it's a big-time dunk, plus the foul for number 4, Chris Thomas. And that'll put the Jaguars up by 12.
Number 4, Chris Thomas. He's fouled and played by the Bulldogs. Number 35, Tracy Burnett. Burnett's third, team's first. At the line, Coach Jaguars with one shot is number 4, Chris Thomas.
And Thomas will miss the and-one chance. So the lead will not go up to 13 points. It'll remain a 12-point game, 40-28. The Jaguars lead. Moving the ball around. Reeder gets it back up to Johnson. Burnett's posting up. They won't get it to him, though. Burnett will set the screen, however. Bad pass, and it'll go out of bounds against Southern, so A&M will retain possession. But 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Looks like they're really trying to strategize here.
They better put up a shot and fast. You gotta put it up. And it's another shot clock violation going against Alabama A&M. And there's a timeout on the floor. 15:59 to go in the game. 40-28 Southern leads. We'll be right back to you in just a moment.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
And welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium on the campus of Alabama A&M University. The Alabama A&M Bulldogs are down 42-28 with just under 16 minutes to play in this game.
And what we see right now from the Bulldogs, I mean, they have not been able to produce a shot. They made one field goal, but they have not been able to produce a shot after that field goal. I mean, Southern defense has been locking them down, playing pretty good defense.
And there you go. You got Brandon Houston back onto the floor. Will he provide a big-time spark tonight like he did in the first half?
Well, they're gonna need him really bad right now.
Number 10's actually been a major influence throughout the entire game. He is leading in rebounds and points.
Oh yeah, A.J. Johnson is pretty much dominating right now for his team.
And it's a big-time block from Eddie Reese. Oh, my goodness.
And that's what we've been talking about, the lockdown defense that Southern has been playing over these Bulldogs tonight.
And Eddie Reese is only at 6'1", but he sent that all the way back to his hometown of Detroit, Michigan.
Hey, I've seen many plays where the shortest player has blocked the tallest player in the game.
And it's another block for Eddie Reese. But it does not matter as A&M still gets the bucket to fall, and it's a 40-38 game.
I mean, A.J. Johnson is pretty much playing right now for his whole team.
Yeah, he's definitely holding it down for them.
Sam driving, beautiful hook in the lane, but no good. But the putback by Thomas will go, plus the foul to send him to the free throw line for one more.
Count the basket by the Jaguars.
Coming into the game for A&M is the Edric Petty. Number 3 coming out is Jalen Reeder, 0-0.
So now we're about to get the combination of the Edric Petty and A.J. Johnson. Now, this might help put some points up on the board for the Bulldogs.
But it severely hurts their hype because you have Petty, Johnson, and Walters all on the court. So is it worth it to go with a lack of hype for more quickness?
It's really not telling. I mean, you know, we won't really know the score until the end, but these Bulldogs aren't letting that height get to them. They're definitely hanging in there the entire game.
I mean, let's choose. Would you rather have the quickness or the height? Because the quickness can pull up those threes that we see from Petty and Brandon Houston.
But Southern is showing height is winning this game for them.
But A&M is coming off with that quickness. It's pretty much just a battle of who can be better.
And it's a big-time 3 from the corner by Chris Thomas, making Baton Rouge, Louisiana proud with that big-time 3 to make it a 46-30 game. A timeout is called on the floor by Donnie Marsh and his A&M squad. The score is 46-30. Southern leads. We'll be back to you after this timeout.
Ariel took down enough pins to help win a conference championship. Her mechanics are just as strong in engineering. Aiden is mastering psychology on the golf course and in the classroom. No hurdles too high for Raven, on the track or in nutrition. Alabama A&M, 4 years of artistic, academic, and athletic discovery. We deliver the full university experience. Alabama A&M University. Start here. Go anywhere.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
And we're back at TM Elmore Gymnasium, and we have Siggy Falele over here with the update on the A&M roster.
How's everybody doing? So Tracy Burnett, number 35, is a sophomore from here, Huntsville, Alabama native. And we think that he's been pulled out the game. It looks like an injury. Still trying to find out those exact details right now, so everybody just stay tuned.
That's right. We saw his teammates carrying him off, so we don't know if he'll be back in this game.
Yeah, just hang tight for that update.
Houston for another 3. Rolls in and out again for Brandon Houston. He had 2 quick trigger 3s early on in the first half, but ever since then, he's been ice cold from the field. But he still has 8 points to his name so far. Eddie Reese bringing the ball up the floor. I think that Tracy Burnett injury might play a big-time factor against A&M later on down the stretch. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we talked about this before the game even started. I mean, key injuries that have been a plague to this Bulldogs team.
You know, it is getting cold outside. Players may not be stretching, you know, hydrating the way that they're supposed to, so I could play a big role in that.
I mean, with the basketball season, there is a lot of games back-to-back. Going from one state to another, it does play a factor on you down the road.
Moving the ball around, Southern. Over to Sam. Been saying his name a lot here tonight. And it's turned over. Bad pass from Sam to Shepard.
Nice pass.
But a big-time block from Chris Thomas. That was a LeBron-esque chase down block.
And it was clean. He did not touch him. But Petty looked like he was pushed very hard afterwards. But that's probably just the momentum once they clashed.
Oh, here we go. It's still a 14-point game. A&M not out of this just yet. They still have a chance to win. They still have a fighter's chance. And it's a foul against Jamar Sandifer.
I mean, that is how Petty plays. I mean, he plays rough. He gets knocked down, but he gets right back up. And he continues regardless.
So now into the game for Southern is, looks like number 20, Sydney Yamude. Jalen Reeder, the inbounder for A&M. Down by 14, just over 12 minutes and change to play. Petty at the half-court line setting up the offense. Houston comes with the screen. Houston got freed up off the screen, but Petty didn't see him. He wanted the foul, but a clean block from Jared Sam will give Southern the ball right back. Ray wanted the pull-up. Down low to Sam. Misses the post hook. And he'll lose his grip on the ball. And it's another timeout on the floor. Southern leads this game 46-32. We'll be right back to you after this timeout.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
And welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium on the campus of Alabama A&M University. The Alabama A&M Bulldogs are down by 14 points, losing 32-46 with just under 12 minutes to play in the game. And already a foul after the inbound. And the foul looks like it was against Alabama A&M and DeEdric Petty.
I can't believe DeEdric Petty picks up the foul. Seems like the Southern had just been bullying him today in this game.
Well, he's been pushed around and knocked down throughout this entire game, but he still keeps on fighting.
Oh, yeah, he got that fighter spirit in him. I mean, you knock him back down, he gets right back up. There's no quitting him.
It seems like the whole team has got that spirit. They're all not giving up just yet. They still have some time on the clock.
Oh, yeah,
so
definitely.
Let's see what they do.
Exactly. Anything can happen with only 11 minutes and 39 seconds left in this second half.
So Brandon Houston committed the foul just now. That will send that won't send anyone to the free throw line, I don't think.
No, partner. I think it's just an inbound ball.
Okay. Eddie Reese will inbound for Southern.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, everybody was in the formation of the free throw, so you never know.
The referees at the scorer's table, however, debating on what the call will be. Donnie Marsh and Morris Scott keeping their composure, staying calm, staying cool and collected. Morris Scott, the head coach of Southern. Donnie Marsh, the head coach of A&M.
Bulldog coach is taking his time to talk to the team.
So it looks like we'll be in another timeout situation as the referees deliberate on what the call should be. So we'll be back to you in just a moment. And here we go. We're back to action one more time at TM Elmore Gymnasium. And it's a big time still by Deidrick Petty, but loses his balance on the steal.
And that's what we talked about, the hustle within Petty.
The Bulldogs were fighting to keep that ball this time.
But Walter steps out of bounds after trying to get the fast break situation to work in his favor for A&M. So we'll be back with you one more time 2 weeks from now, March the 1st at 7:30 p.m. The Grambling State Tigers come to TM Elmore Gymnasium to take on the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. And after that, the following Monday, March the 3rd at 5:30 p.m., A&M will take on Jackson State at home to close out the season at Elmore Gymnasium on the campus of Alabama A&M. And the ball go out of bounds against Southern. Evan Wiley will inbound it for A&M. 11 minutes to play in this game, down by 14.
The Bulldogs definitely aren't giving up just yet. They all showing this fighting spirit.
Well, you know, Coach Marsh has synced that never say die attitude within these Bulldogs. You know, these Bulldogs, it's not their own fault. They have been plagued by injuries and shortcomings. So you really can't hold Marsh accountable or the Bulldogs.
They definitely haven't been showing it.
Exactly. I mean, they've been playing hard. You know, just if they had their key players, this would probably be a totally different game.
But they're still representing for those that are injured.
Of course. Hey, at the end of the day, all you got to do is give it 100%.
Petty tried to do a fadeaway three right there, wanted to make Steph Curry proud, but couldn't knock it down that time. Here we go, Collins, crossover, but gives it back up to Reese. Sam posting up Houston. Mid-range J over Houston, and it's a 48-32 game. Jared Sam playing clean basketball, playing consistent basketball.
Yeah, he's had a couple pretty shots tonight.
But Petty had the pretty finish, but couldn't get the layup to go.
Petty is just dying trying to make a play. I mean, he keeps going fast into that paint, trying to get a shot, and he cannot get nothing going for him. And Coach Marshall is going to sit him down for a minute just to cool off.
Petty had the $1 million move, but the 10-cent finish. Marsh will sit him down like you said. And it's still a 48-32 game under 10 minutes to play.
A $10 million move with a 10-cent finish.
And it's a foul going against Southern.
Great analogy there, Reese.
There you go.
That'll be his first, team's third. The ball game for the Bulldogs, number 10, A.J. Johnson.
So how y'all feel about the Grambling game coming up in a few weeks?
Definitely excited to see that team come up here, but we're excited to see what my Bulldogs do.
Exactly, you know, hopefully this will give the Bulldogs a break. I mean, they got 2 more games at Texas Southern on February the 24th, and on the 26th they go against Prairie View A&M. So that gives them a little pretty much a 3-day break before they play Grambling out March 4th at the TM Elmore Gymnasium. So hopefully they'll be well rested for the game.
At least they're getting some time to rest.
Exactly.
That'll be a really tough game as Grambling right now is #1 in the SWAC. So hopefully we can pull off a big-time upset.
Substitution for the Jaguars into the ball game. We have number 2, Emmanuel Shepard, and number 30, Reyes Johnson.
I think depending on how this game goes will definitely contribute to how they go into that next game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You always want to find ways to carry momentum over from games in the past and build on what you can as time progresses.
Exactly. Even if you lose, you still want to keep that momentum, because you lose close, then that means you still had a chance, and you can just use that for the next game.
These guys have definitely been showing a positive attitude this entire game, too, hanging in there no matter what the score says.
But Brandon Houston, a big-time corner three. That's another one for Houston to make it a 48-37 game. But I'm right there with you.
He has been finding that, and I know once he knew it went in, it was a sigh of relief. Like, yes, finally.
He's definitely a crowd pleaser.
Houston, another one? No good. And it's rebounded by Aaron Ray.
Oh, man, if he would have made that, then the Jaguars would have been in trouble then.
Rebounded by Wiley. A&M not out of this just yet.
I mean, Evan Riley is second half. This is when he gets the rebounds, and he try to create opportunities for his team. So you definitely got to be to watch out on him.
March is going to have Petty at the scorer's table, getting ready to put him in. Let's see what A&M can do with the roster they have on the floor right now. And the basket will be waived. The foul was called against number 30, Darius Johnson. And it's another timeout on the floor with 7:57 to go. A&M down 37-48. We'll be back to you in just a moment.
Ariel took down enough pins to help win a conference championship. Her mechanics are just as strong in engineering. Aiden is mastering psychology on the golf course and in the classroom. No hurdles too high for Raven, on the track or in nutrition. Alabama A&M, 4 years of artistic, academic, and athletic discovery. We deliver the full university experience. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Darrow brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
And welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium. Your Alabama A&M Bulldogs are down 48-37 right now as we speak, with under 8 minutes to play in the game.
But if you get a good play for Brandon Houston to make that three, you can get somewhere.
And Arthur Johnson will get sent to the free throw line. Some more action around the SWAC. Prairie View up 32-27 as the second half just began over there in Mississippi. Texas Southern up 46-43. And Alcorn losing to Alabama State 39-29. ASU came into Elmore not too long ago and knocked off A&M at their home court. And they're keeping up the momentum as we speak right now.
Oh, what was the score again?
39-29.
That's the end of the game?
No, that's halftime.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, wow, that's a great defensive game.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Johnson can't get the finish to go. Wiley saves it.
That's what we talked about, Evan Riley. In that second half, you got to watch out for him. He gets rebounds out of nowhere and tries to help contribute back to the team to get an opportunity to score.
It's like he's saving all his energy for the second half.
Exactly. He's like, listen, I'm going to play in the first half just a little bit, but when that second half comes, put me in, coach, the whole second half.
It's definitely paying off, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's a foul against, I think, Arthur Johnson to make it it's still 48-39, however, with 7:18 to go in the game. Arthur and Ariston both on the court for A&M, with Houston and Wiley and Petty to make up the rest of the court.
The Bulldogs are not giving up. They do not care what that clock says, that scoreboard. They're still trying to shoot these shots.
And Evan Wiley with the long distance connection to make it a 48-42 game, a big time three from the corner. And now A&M is showing brand new life.
Now that was a great shot. That was so great. I think Grandma almost passed out just looking at that.
He had the open shot. They freed him up.
I mean, this is what I talked about. Evan Wiley in the second half. It is his house.
And Wiley's just a sophomore here at Alabama A&M.
And a big time steal by Arthur Johnson.
I mean, we might see Evan Wiley in the NBA one day.
Petty bringing the ball up the floor, slowly but surely. Back over to Houston. The big man knocked down 3 threes so far here tonight. Will it be another? And no call at the line, but a foul will go against A&M, and Southern will get it right back. I think over the back on Evan Wiley.
Yeah.
Got a little excited.
I mean, heck, once you see that ball come off the rim, you have to get it back. And that's what he did. Or tried to anyways.
I think Wiley might get subbed out the game, and he will for Jalen Reeder. Wiley has 4 personal fouls right now.
That looks like a pretty big move by Coach Marsh. I mean, Evan Wiley was contributing, and he was playing a great factor into bringing his lead back.
Here we go. Southern moving it around.
But, you know, A&M only has 3 other players on the bench right now, so.
It's a lot of injuries this time around.
Exactly. Just at least hope that the whole team is not fatigued enough and try to switch them as much as you can.
Can A&M mount the comeback? They have some momentum. We'll see if they can keep riding it here. Houston freed himself up again. Petty takes it himself, and another hard foul against Petty. And it's a jump ball situation. A&M retains possession. Everyone wanted a foul, but the referee saw something entirely different. And Petty will come out the game for Julian Walters. Petty's been playing tough here all night long, being tossed around, but still getting back up.
Exactly, man. He has that Warriors attitude, man, that spirit.
And these Bulldogs have that fighting spirit. They always do all the way to the end.
Exactly.
Here we go. Moving the ball around. Reeder with it. 0-0. Crossover. Keeps his handle. No foul. Can't make the tough finish work. Fast break chance to Jared Sam, who gets the layup to make it a 10-point game once again. 52-42. Southern leads it. 5 minutes and change to play in the game. Arthur Johnson uses the right, spins to the left, but no good. Back over to Eddie Reese.
You know, with this Southern team being number 2 in the SWAC, I mean, the Bulldogs have played this team very great tonight, regardless of the score.
Oh, yeah, I think A&M should really use this to ride out for the rest of the season. Playing teams like Southern, teams like Alcorn, teams like Grambling, knowing that they're having a tough schedule to close out the season, and to take the number 2 team in your conference to the wire like this, they should really use it for the rest of the year.
Exactly.
They're playing pretty good, though. They really are.
Oh, yes, definitely.
At the line for the Jaguars is number 2, Emmanuel Shepard.
And at the free throw line, Emmanuel Shepard once again. And his first free throw attempt at the line right now is money for him. I'm still trying to figure out, how did Southern get players from Finland and Canada to come to Louisiana?
They've definitely been doing some recruiting.
Exactly, all over the world, basically.
I mean, we got a couple players from Florida and one from Wisconsin, but Canada and Finland? Okay.
Hey, man, like I said, man, hey, you want free tuition and a great education? Well, come on down.
I guess so. And the foul be called against Southern in number 10, Jamar Sandiford, and that will send Arthur Johnson to the free throw line.
Jamar Sandiford's 4th, team 7th. At line for the Bulldogs with 2 shots is number 10, A.J. Johnson.
Trying to make this a 10-point game if he can knock down these next 2 free throws. And the first one goes in and out. Evan Wiley comes out the game. And Ariston Johnson will sub into the game. So on the court right now is Arthur Johnson at the free throw line. Ariston Johnson, number 2. Walters, Reeder, and Houston to make up the rest of the A&M 5 on the court. Here we go. So I gotta ask you, do you think A&M can use this season to recruit better talent despite going so far only 2-24?
Of course, I mean, we've seen the great production with Margaret Richardson and her team. And I mean, the thing is with recruiting, it's all about, well, yes, we have a losing record, but the promise and the commitment that is shown within Donnie Marsh and this team that he has established, I think they can go far within, maybe not next season, but in the season afterwards.
I think they can definitely use it as a learning experience this entire season.
And a timeout was just called on the floor. 58-43, Southern leads. We'll be back to you in just a moment.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to TM Elmore Gymnasium. Right now you're listening to the marching maroon and white, the marching band that represents Alabama A&M University. And the A&M Bulldogs in basketball right now are down 58-43 with 3.5 minutes to play in the game. Here we go, screen from Houston. Johnson with the drive, but blocked at the rim one more time by Chris Thomas, sorry.
He hasn't been giving up, though. He continues to try and get that shot.
I mean, Chris Thomas and Eddie Reese are being shot blockers in this game. It's not the bigs that are getting blocks, it's the small guys that are getting blocks for the Southern team. Wiley can't handle the ball, and it's a foul on the court that will send Wiley to the free throw line.
Ray's second personal foul, team's 8.
The foul was against Aaron Ray.
At line for Bulldogs is number 24, Evan Wiley.
The Huntsville native at the free throw line.
And he has been playing tremendously well within the second half.
And the free throw is good. Final free throw attempt at the line right now. And that one is good to make it a 58-45 game. So Wiley once again checks off the floor as Ariston Johnson will check in for him. Reese takes the screen back to Sam. Ray drives. Southern playing good fundamental basketball, knowing they have the game in hand. And the alley-oop from Eddie Reese to Emmanuel Shepard to put the exclamation point on this game. 60-45, Southern leads. Eddie setting up the offense. Houston taking the screen. So, Siggy, do you feel confident in Donnie Marsh that he can build with this team for the next couple of years?
I know that this is his first year, so, it was a learning experience, but I think he can take a lot from it, not just from this team and how they played, but from other teams as well.
Well, you're right about that. Every game you want to use it as a learning experience to build and make yourself better for the next game.
Even though they're not in the lead, I think each of the players can say that they've learned something from this season to take with them.
Of course, and we talked about this earlier. I mean, just plagued by injuries. Right now, only have three players on the bench right now. I mean, they're trying as best as they can, and this is just a learning lesson for this Bulldogs team.
Here we go. Houston moving the ball around. Gives it back up to Petty. I want to say it got fouled, but the referee doesn't call it. I'm sorry, that was Ariston Johnson with that last drive to make it a 60-47 game, and the timeout is called on the floor. We'll be back to you in a moment.
Ariel took down enough pins to help win a conference championship. Her mechanics are just as strong in engineering. Aiden is mastering psychology on the golf course and in the classroom. No hurdles too high for Raven, on the track or in nutrition. Alabama A&M, 4 years of artistic, academic, and athletic discovery. We deliver the full university experience. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
We are back at TM Elmore Gymnasium yet again to close out the remainder of this game. 1:29 to go in this Monday night matchup of SWAC rivals. Southern leads it 60-47 over the A&M Bulldogs. Once again, we'll be back with you on March the 1st, 7:30 p.m. as A&M comes back home to take on the Grambling Tigers, who currently sit first in the SWAC. And then after that, we'll be back with you on March the 3rd at 5:30 p.m. where A&M takes on the Jackson State Tigers to close out the season.
We really have to give it to these players because, like we said from the beginning, there's so many injuries, so they don't have a lot of players to switch out with.
Well, yeah, they're always playing tough, always playing hard for their head coach, showing them the passion and effort that he instills in them every single practice.
That's right. I mean, the Bulldogs, we've talked about this. This is a rebuilding season. They're just trying to get a good feel for them. Plagued by the injuries. They're just trying to do the best they can with the remaining players they have on this squad.
Petty bringing the ball up the floor. Just over a minute to play. Johnson is blocked at the rim by Jared Sam, who is arguably the player of the game for the Southern Jaguars.
Looked like it was a foul on Johnson, but the referees didn't call it.
Yeah, Southern's going to waste clock here. So the Southern light blue and gold that have come out to see their that's come out to see their Jaguars play will walk away very happy, as Eddie Reese going to get a handle on the ball. Jared Sam going to get a handle on the ball himself, and it'll lead to a shot clock violation, and A&M will get the ball right back for what it looks like to be potentially the last possession of this game.
Well, these Bulldogs have played hard today. I mean, no reason to leave your head low. It's a rebuilding season. You played hard for Donnie Marsh. You hustled, and that's all you can ask for within your team.
And Arthur Johnson will make a big-time three to make it a 10-point game, 60-50. But it looks like that will be it. So Morris Scott and his Southern Jaguars will walk away with a big-time victory over A&M on the road, 60-50, and that will be it.
Great game by the A&M. I mean, they lose by 10 points to the number 2 team in the SWAC, so no reason to keep your head high, your head low, for that matter, against this team.
So what do you think Donnie Marsh can take away from this game here tonight?
I mean, just like in any other game, just experience and just trying to get that good feel, try to get some better recruitment for next season. Hopefully the team is not injured and is healthy and can play better.
Well, it looks like that'll be it from us here at Elmore Gymnasium. I'm Reginald Reese with Jalen Herford and Siggy Falele. This has been A&M Basketball. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.